It is the season of giving. Christmas sometimes is also a time to take stock of what the journey this year has been. We've been through the most, including the now famous 90-day split challenge, which is still ongoing, but probably it's time to take a break as we usher in a new year and a new season to be able to take it up. So as I get onto my mat today, I'm going to reflect on this by making the practice a little bit restorative. So we're not going to struggle so hard today. Today we're just going to take ease and make the practice gentle before we embark on our 2-week break. So this is it. Namaste, yogis. This is the challenge today, to see whether we can find stillness, to see whether we can find some quietness, and even see whether we can find ease in our practice as the festive season demands. Enjoy the practice. Namaste, yogis.
It's Goga, kinda like yoga. 2 years in the game, 78 postures later, it is clear hip openers are the big boys or girls in yoga. From sitting ones, lunges, squats, goddesses, hamstring stretchers, including the inversions. With this foundation, I'm convinced that we are ready to take a 90-day journey towards the mother of them all. They call it Hanumasana, monkey, or as most of you know it, the splits. Enjoy the ride.
So come onto a comfortable sitting position, sitting on your heels in hero's pose. Neck is long, head is straight, tuck your chin slightly in, just to relax your head. And just stay here for a series of breaths in a meditative position, making sure that you adjust yourself. You can always slide a cushion under your ankles if it's too much. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Breathing in slowly, softly, and deeply. A restorative practice, we're just going to find ease in a lot of the postures today. On your final breath, gently see whether you can come onto child's pose. So take your knees as wide as your mat, big toes touch, then stretch your hands forward, melting your chest on the space between your knees. Take a deep breath in through the nose and a deep breath out through the nose. Inhale. Let it go. Now slowly, so that you can stretch this child's pose by walking your hands towards the right side, maybe placing the left hand on top of the right, and feel that nice gentle stretch on the entire left side of the body. Stay here for 3 to 5 breaths once again, staying in that stretch, keeping your head pressed gently on the mat underneath you. Exhale. Bringing your hands back to center very slowly. We take stock on the other side. We walk our hands towards the left. We place your right hand on top of the left hand. Breathing in, stretching your entire right side body. Inhale and exhale. Allowing yourself to gently melt into the mat, roll back to center very slowly. And then from here, so that you can take your hands into prayer. And then otherwise you can press your palms open towards the sky. And then with the prayer hands, so that you can bring your hands behind your neck, feeling that nice stretch on the shoulder sockets as you melt your chest even more towards the ground. And just stay in this child's pose. Child's pose is a very relaxed posture. You don't want to put in so much pressure. on yourself. And you can always cushion your knees, if the pressure between the ground and the knees is too much, feel free to just cushion your knees. Reach your hands in front of you once again, opening your arms, and then slowly walk back slowly towards the back. Your fingers pointing down towards the front, lift your hips up, drop your head back slightly. Baby camel pose, opening the chest towards the sky as you find that nice opening of the heart, the anahata chakra here. And then exhale, bring your hips down, walk back into child's pose, stretching your hands fully forward, melting into the pose of a child. Feel free to take a second baby camel pose. Otherwise, you can shift your weight forward, coming onto tabletop. And so that you can twist towards the right side, gaze towards your left heel, a figure C stretch, come back to center, twist and gaze towards the right heel from the left. You can keep doing this for a while, taking in these nice gentle figure C stretches here. They're very good just to be able to stretch the sides of the body. A very good way of also just, trying to lose those love handles on the sides of the body, stretching the intercostal muscles. So you do this 5 times maybe. Figure C stretch and then come back to center. And then stay here, balancing. And then from here, we're going to do a calf stretch. So take your right leg back, balance it on the balls of your foot on the right, feeling that nice stretch on the calf. And then you can take a twist towards the right side. So you're doing a figure C stretch and a calf stretch here. Hi guys. Then come back to center, feeling that nice stretch on the right calf muscles. Gazing at the top edge of your mat. Just keep pressing down to the ground. And then take that foot towards the left side of the mat to find a hip stretch. And then so that you can twist and gaze towards the right foot from your left shoulder. So you're getting a very nice side body stretch here, and also you're getting a stretch on the right hip as you gaze towards that right heel. Come back to center, drop your right knee to the mat, balancing back onto tabletop. We stretch the left leg now, taking a calf stretch, pressing your palms down fully, and then twist and gaze towards your left heel. Again, I'm looking at you guys from here. So Christmas is a space of a reset, See where the practice can take you. So that you can take this left foot on the right edge of the mat and then twist from your right shoulder, gazing towards that foot. So you're feeling a nice hip stretch now on the left side as you gaze towards that heel. Keep pressing those palms even more as you push the floor away from you. And then bring the knee back to the mat into tabletop. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Now slowly get space, and then so that you can come all the way on your belly. Release your hands by the sides of your body and just relax here for a bit. Today practice is just taking it gentle. Then shift back into tabletop. Take your knees as wide as your mat. Melt into child's pose once again. Inhaling and exhaling. Shift your weight forward again into tabletop, and then walk your hands slightly in. We're going to prepare for camel pose again. So bring your palms slightly behind your back, push your sacrum forward, and so that you can drop your head back. Releasing your left hand on your left heel and take your right hand up towards the back, opening the chest even a little bit more, opening your heart center to possibilities, compassion, love this festive season. Release by tucking your chin in, bring your hands on your hips, and then drop down, sitting on your heels where we started the practice today. Come on to standing on your knees once again. Place your palms on your sacrum. Start dropping your head back. Keep pushing the hips forward. Release your right hand on your right heel, and then reach your left hand back. And then you want to square your chest as you open your heart up towards the sky or the ceiling above you to possibilities, freedom. a lot of things that could open up for you during this festive season. And keep holding it here for one more breath. Tuck your chin in, and then so that you can sit on your heels once again. Catch your breath here, keeping a straight spine into a meditative posture. Just to give the spine a bit of time to reset. Come on to standing on your knees once again. So now you're going to place your palms on your sacrum once again. Bring your elbows towards each other as you drop your head back. Keep pushing the hips forward as you drop your head back. So now you're stretching the throat, you're stretching the chest, and if possible, so that you can release your hands on your heels to take full camel posture. Camel is a very nice back bend. It's also a very good test of giving that spine a bit of mobility. And, heaven knows we definitely need a strong spine as we get into the new year. Then tuck your chin slightly in. Sit on your heels and then drop your head down, coming into Shasankasana or the rabbit pose. Taking your hands behind you and just relax here, melting into the ground underneath you. Let the ground support you. You've worked hard so much throughout the whole year. Give yourself the gift of rest and restoration, because we all need that restoration. And that is the goal of the practice today. Taking it easy, bringing ease and rest to the body. So catch your breath here. You can take 5 breaths or as long as you want. There's no rush. The year has already come to an end as it is. So you're just taking it easy. And this being the final premiere I'm doing for this year, I also just want to give myself the gift of rest as a content creator, and thank all of you who have always come to support me since we started this challenge about 5 months ago. And just chill here, rounding your back. It's a very nice, gentle restoration to the spine, especially after something intense as camel pose. And then slowly come back onto tabletop, placing your elbows, wrists, and shoulders on the same line, knees under your hips. Now, from here, we're going to find a hip opener here. So I want you to bend your right knee. Let's start with the right knee. Bring your right knee and so that you can bring it to the right wrist. Or let's start with, right knee to the right wrist, okay? And then adjust the shin to be parallel to the front of the mat, almost as if you're trying to make it straight. It doesn't need to get straight. It's perfectly okay if it's at an 85-degree angle. Just ensure that your spine can be straight. Square your hips forward, and then maybe slide your back foot more, and so that you can bring your forearms down. And then release the top of the left foot down on the mat, and then just melt over your front shin. And you can keep sliding the back leg more towards the back just to deepen the stretch. And so that you can release completely, prostrate yourself to the ground and melt your head down there. And you can keep adjusting the leg and just let your belly fall over that leg, the right leg here. Pigeon pose. For those of you who are asking, this is half pigeon pose. And half pigeon is also, it's intense as a hip opener, but it's definitely very restorative to the hips. Now say that you can get a pigeon quad stretch here. So grab your left heel, pull it towards your bum, and feel that nice quad stretch on the entire left thigh. As you pull that heel towards your glute, and you keep melting your head even more, you can even stretch your hand forward and just stay here for a while, giving the quads a bit of a stretch before we ease into the rest. Pigeon pose with quad stretch. And sometimes restoration can be, sometimes you don't need to be fighting with splits. Sometimes practice can just be practice. Slowly rise up and find your way back into tabletop. You can shake that leg out if it's numb. Let's do the other side. So we are going to now bring the left knee to the left wrist and then take the left foot to be parallel to to the front of the mat. So you want to literally bring that foot next to your right wrist, and then keep sliding your back leg towards the back of the mat. Square your hips a little bit more just to find that bit of a stretch. And then when you are ready, you can bring your forearms down on the ground and just stay here, linger here for a bit. And then keep sliding the back foot even more towards the back just to deepen that stretch, feeling that nice juicy stretch on the hip, the left hip in this case. And just gaze forward, relaxing your fingers, your palms. Make sure you're not hiding tension here. And you send in breaths to your left hip flexors. And then when you're ready, you can bow down completely to the ground. Just surrender into the posture. Softening over the front leg. Let's say that you can find a quad stretch on this side. So you bend your knee, grab the right ankle, pull that heel towards your glute as you find that nice deep quad stretch on that thigh. And just stay here, dropping your head completely down on the ground, pulling that heel to your bum as you find that deep stretch. Inhaling and exhaling, melting completely into the ground as you give yourself that gift of a stretch on the thigh. And then when you're ready, release the leg and slowly rise up, finding your way back into tabletop. Catch your breath here for a bit. And then slowly find your way seated on the mat and take staff bent knees where you just press the foot down. And then from here, we are going to do a Janu Shirshasana, a variation of it. Okay, so you're going to take your right leg back, straighten your left foot forward, as if you're taking like half heroes technically. Okay, so from here, see whether you can easily bring your forearms down. If it's too much, you can always slide a cushion or a pillow under your back, and then so that you can completely bring your back down on the ground. So it's still a quad stretch, especially on the right side. Otherwise, you can stay with your forearms supporting you on the ground. I love this variation because it's just easier. And then you want to drop your head back. Otherwise, just chill here. This was our thumbnail for this practice. So find what works for you as you stretch this right quad. And when you're ready, you can drop yourself completely on the ground. And then slowly press your elbows down onto the ground. Let's switch sides. So you bend your left knee now, sitting on that space. You can always slide a block. If your one glute is hanging, you can always support it. And then bring your elbows down and just drop your head back as if you're going to do fish pose. So you're activating some key chakras here. The chest, the throat, and the crown chakra is activated. And just stay here, breathing in and out. Opening yourself to freedom and rest and the possibilities that come with relaxation into the posture. Then you can choose to stay on your forearms as you drop your head back. The sun was so beautiful this morning. And then when you're ready, slowly come into sitting. Straighten that leg out. Okay. Catch your breath here for a bit. You can even massage the thighs here by stamping them onto the mat. And then from here, you're going to bend your left knee. Let the foot press the right thigh. And then find a twist and see that your left hand can reach towards your right big toe. Give yourself a nice side stretch here while seated on the ground. We did this posture exactly a year ago. You can check it out on the pinned link. Release this side, switch sides. So we get a back view here. So you bend your right knee. Let the foot press the left thigh. Hand on the right knee, and then reach and grab your left big toe with your right hand, finding a twist here. So you can see the creases on my shirt, like it's a very deep, intense twist. And just stay here for a bit, inhaling and exhaling. We have about slightly under 8 minutes for the end of the practice. Inhale and exhale as you find that twist, rotating your torso even more, gazing up under the right armpit here or beyond. There's a beautiful view right behind me here. And then slowly release, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Stretch both legs forward, coming into staff pose, bringing your hands by the sides of your hips. Yeah, and then bend your knees once again, and then so that you can find wide leg sit. So you take your feet as wide as possible, straddle your legs. You'll start feeling a stretch on the inner thighs, but keep your chest straight the entire time, okay? And then slowly so that you can reach and grab your ankles. The idea is so that you can find a deep forward fold, okay? And then start crawling your hands as far as possible, and if possible, bring your forearms down. Feeling this nice intense stretch of the thighs and the legs. And you can even crawl your hands a little bit forward as you draw your forehead down towards the mat. Otherwise, just stay with your forearms down. It's restorative yoga. We are not supposed to be struggling in this particular posture today. We're taking it as easy as possible. We are trying to bring in ease into our practice. Another option, you can cross the elbows and just so that you can melt your forehead on that place where the elbows cross, or the palms. Find what works for you. Less is more in practice. Less is always more in practice. And then slowly rise up very nicely. And then so that you can draw your legs back together very slowly. You can bend them slightly. And then so that you can find staff bend knees, and then slowly lie on your back. Supine twist. Now, let's see. You're going to hug let me give you a turn here so that I can start with this side. Hug your right knee towards your chest, and then you're going to drop it towards the left, gaze towards the right shoulder. Settle in here as you try to keep both shoulders down on the ground, as you press the right knee down on the ground, in contact with the ground underneath you. And then keep finding that twist as you reach your right hand even further. Still staying here with the view. Very nice release on the lower back in this posture, by the way. Inhaling and exhaling. And then from here, we are going to say that we can recreate a posture that I did last year on the road. You can check that link up there as well. So we are going to do cat pull its tail pose. So you're going to bend your right knee, and then so that you can stretch. So grab the left knee, left heel, and then so that you can stretch the right foot, grabbing the right big toe, like that, feeling that stretch, while still keeping the shoulders down on the ground. Very beautiful posture, by the way. It's very cool. So this left heel that you're pulling towards your glute, you want to feel a quad stretch going on there, and you're feeling a hamstring stretch on the entire right leg. And you can either choose to gaze up once again, or just keep gazing towards your right shoulder, because we're supposed to be restoring our body as we come to the end of the year. When we come to January, we are going to embark on the final 30 days of the split in 90 days challenge. I'm sure January will be rife with a lot of New Year resolutions, especially around fitness. So we'll see whether we can finish that 90-day challenge at least in January. When you have like a clear 30 days, you can be practicing daily. Gently release the spine twist, coming to spine bend knees. We're going to switch sides. Finding your way, line on your back again. Now we're going to draw your left knee towards your chest. Hug your knee tightly towards your chest. Drop it towards the right. Gaze towards the left. Finding a twist there. Keep the right leg straight for now before we come into the cat pulling its tail pose. And then keep twisting as you reach towards your left shoulder even more. And just stay here. Breathing in and breathing out. Feeling that nice juicy stretch as you find a twist, and so that you can find relaxation in this particular posture as well. Finding that nice release on the lower back, because that is the goal of this posture. And you're trying to find restoration in the entire body. Restoration in the entire body, from the crown of the head to the feet. Cat grabs its tail pose, so you bend your right knee, pulling that heel towards your glute. Stretch the left leg by by grabbing the left big toe, feeling that nice hamstring stretch on the left leg, and feeling that gentle quad stretch on the right thigh. And just stay here, keep twisting, gazing towards your left shoulder, and just relax here, finding ease as we narrow towards the end of the practice. So as you get into this holiday season, may you find restoration, not just in your body in terms of the yoga workouts, but also restoration if you're a content creator in terms of the time you spend to make content. Restoration in terms of your family, your relationships, your social engagements. Gently release, coming back to center. Stay with the spine bent knees. Now draw both knees towards your chest and see that your forehead can meet your knees. Give yourself one last kiss. Mwah. Restoration. One last inhale. Let it go. And then ease into Shavasana, the corpse pose, the final posture in yoga, the hardest posture, some teachers say. Palms facing up, feet falling towards the sides, 45 degrees. Tuck your chin slightly in to lengthen the back of your neck and just rest. Do nothing posture. You earned this moment. You've been working so hard. Let it go. And bring in ease and softness as you relax in Shavasana. You're not hiding any tension. And then slowly draw your knees towards your chest once again. Stretch them. And then we're going to come out of Shavasana. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Bring your feet together. Stretch your hands above your head and give yourself a nice morning stretch. Stretch, 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 stretch. Hug your knees to your chest once again. Drop and lie on your right side using your right elbow as a pillow. Stay here for a bit just to reset. And then slowly rock and come into a comfortable sitting position. Adopt any meditation position of your choice. I'm going to take the auspicious posture that we looked at early in the year. Keep my spine straight, neck is long. We seal our practice with a sea of breaths. Inhale, exhale. 2 more breaths. Let it go. Hands to your heart center. I acknowledge you for sharing me your practice this day. May you have an amazing season ahead. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your sweat. Thank you for your coachable spirit. Hands into the space between your eyebrows. We bow down and say namaste. Stay blessed. Enjoy your festive season. Rub your palms, rub your palms, rub your palms. Bring them to your eyes. Blink twice. And then release. Thank you, everyone. Bye, guys. Oof. So let's use this season to reset, because Christmas is technically about resetting. So find that reset in all the aspects of your life. Find that reset in all that you set to do. I will see you in the coming year. But for now, let me just say I wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2023. Namaste. Thank you so much.